Tube wells enable water tables to be exploited at any depth. These water tables are contained in aquifers, which can be renewed over time or can be finite resources. What is the impact of a tube well on the water table when it is used for drinking water production? That's the question we're going to answer together. Two types of pumps can be used in a tube well: the multi-stage submersible pump or the vertical line shaft pump. When the tube well pump is stopped, the level of water in the water table is fixed. This level of water is known as the static level of the water table. This static level can be more or less constant throughout the year on an aquifer which is correctly exploited and whose water resource is renewed over time. In the event of the over-exploitation or the unadapted renewal of the groundwater resource, this static level will continue to fall, which will have a negative impact on drinking water production. This can potentially lead to the tube well being abandoned. Starting up pumping results in a dynamic fall in the level of water in the water table within and around the structure. This fall in level generates a depression in the form of a cone. The cone consequently formed during pumping is known as a dewatering cone of depression. When pumping ceases, the level of water progressively rises to the above-mentioned static level. It is essential that the pump always remains completely immersed below the dynamic level observed during tube well operation in order to ensure optimum operating conditions. When pumping is in operation, several zones can be defined around the tube well. The supply zone, which is the part of the groundwater table which supplies water to the catchment. The influence zone, in which water levels are influenced and therefore dewatered owing to pumping. The demand zone, which is the part of the influence zone in which all of the streams of water move towards the tube well. The main point to be remembered: a submersible or vertical line shaft pumping system enables the groundwater captured by the structure to be extracted. When pumping begins, the dynamic level of the water falls, consequently generating a depression known as a dewatering cone of depression. When the tube well is in operation, the pump must always remain completely immersed under the dynamic level of the water table.